Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to talk big than to actually move ahead in his career. He may make strict rules for himself and others and loves to be in charge or tell people what to do. But when it comes to putting in real steady effort day after day, he often falls short.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is likely to get upset quickly and may even lose his temper. Instead of calmly looking for solutions, he might react with anger, raising his voice, blaming others, or making harsh comments. He likes to be in control, so when things fall apart, he struggles to handle it gracefully.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may find him polite on the outside, but deep down, many will feel uneasy or even afraid around him. He tends to argue and push his opinions very hard, often not caring much about how others feel. Coworkers may respect his discipline or strict way of doing things, but hardly anyone truly feels close to him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you succeed in your career, he is likely to feel threatened rather than proud. He wants to be in control and tends to see things as a competition. So, your success may make him feel less important or less powerful. He struggles to show true happiness for others. So, don't expect him to celebrate your wins with you.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will likely feel hurt and resentful deep down. He may not always say it out loud, but it will show in the way he acts, maybe through sharp remarks, cold behavior, or putting you down when you talk about your work. Instead of cheering you on, he might compete with you or try to make you feel small.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and likes to keep things well organized when it comes to spending. He plans ahead, keeps track of expenses, and doesn't make random or risky purchases. You probably won't have to worry about him wasting money on impulse buys or expensive surprises.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He tends to live within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he really is. He's careful about budgeting and follows routines, So you won't find him showing off with fancy things just to impress others. He prefers safety and responsibility over looking flashy or pretending to be something he's not.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is usually quite tight with both money and his attitude. He's careful about what he spends and may question even small purchases, sometimes making you feel as if you need to justify every rupee. He might follow the rules and be polite, but true warmth and open handedness are missing.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be very open about money, but in a strict and controlling way. He'll talk about the family budget and rules for spending and expect you to follow them closely. So, while you won't find any hidden surprises, you might feel like you have very little say or freedom when it comes to money matters.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be done in a certain way, and he'll have clear rules about how things need to be. However, he may not jump in to share the load or help out willingly. He isn't the type to see housework as a team effort.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is much more likely to stand on the side and supervise, rather than actually help with chores or diapers. He'll be quick to point out if something isn't done to his liking and may even give you step by step instructions, but you won't see him rolling up his sleeves often. His style is to manage and control, not to share the work.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's the kind of person who argues mainly to prove he's right, not to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he pushes his point strongly and rarely takes time to listen to what you are feeling or why you see things differently. Instead of having a calm talk or trying to walk in your shoes, he's quick to debate and wants things done his way.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he does not always stay respectful. He's likely to say hurtful things and may even raise his voice or act aggressive. His temper is quick, and in the heat of the moment, he might use sharp words, make you feel small, or even threaten to walk away from the conversation. Instead of calming down and talking things through, he reacts strongly and can leave you feeling hurt or shaken.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly, and this is a serious red flag that you should not ignore. When someone's temper flares up often and leads to harsh or aggressive behavior, it can make life at home difficult and even scary. You deserve to feel safe and respected.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility when something goes wrong. Instead of admitting his mistakes, he usually tries to blame you or others around him. This means you might end up feeling guilty or confused even when it's not your mistake.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to truly respect your boundaries, especially if they go against what he wants. If you say no to something, whether it's about your body, your time, or your personal space, he is likely to challenge it, argue, or try to push you to change your mind. This isn't just stubbornness, it's a sign that he puts his needs above your comfort.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who takes it very personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or being patient, he may feel rejected or insulted and might show his hurt by acting angry, cold, or saying unkind things. He could make you feel guilty or pressured, as if your decision is an attack on him rather than just how you feel.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may find it hard to trust him to always handle private moments with kindness. If there's a fight or he feels upset, he might bring up things you shared in private just to win an argument or make you feel small. He's not above using personal details or memories to prove a point or get back at you when he's angry.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally not someone who is easily distracted by other women. His strong need for control and order keeps him focused on what he sees as his responsibilities. He isn't likely to chase after excitement or flirt around behind your back. So you won't have to worry much about him looking elsewhere, but emotional warmth and affection might still be missing.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be over possessive, showing jealousy, controlling behavior, and often acting suspicious without real reason. He wants things done his way and struggles to trust easily. So he might question where you are, who you talk to, or what you spend your money on. This kind of possessiveness can feel suffocating after a while, making you feel more like you're being watched than truly cared for.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what he calls being protective is really about control. He might say he's looking out for you, but in reality, his behavior is more about making rules, checking up on you, and wanting power over your choices. This kind of protection doesn't feel warm or safe, it feels heavy and restrictive.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. While he will want things done a certain way and may check that routines and rules are followed, he won't jump in to share the daily jobs or take equal responsibility for the kids. Parenting with him can feel one sided, where you do the hands on work and he acts more like a manager, making sure things are done his way.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
He is likely to lose his temper when the kids mess up or get upset. Instead of staying calm and helping them learn or feel better, he might raise his voice, get angry quickly, or say things that are harsh. His first reaction is to point out mistakes or scold, not to comfort or talk things through gently.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's not likely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. He expects you to keep up with his standards at home and may not give you space to grow in your own career or personal dreams. You might feel like you're always being measured rather than respected and encouraged as a full, unique person.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but is likely to expect you to quit or put it aside once you have a child. He believes in clear roles and routines, and his idea of a family often means the mother stays home and manages things his way. You might get encouragement now, but once a baby arrives, the pressure will grow for you to focus only on the home.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is most likely to act polite on the surface, but keep his true warmth and feelings at a distance. He'll use good manners and say the right things, but real connection or affection toward your parents is unlikely. His politeness is more about keeping order and avoiding conflict, not out of genuine care or love for your side of the family. He will expect your family to change for him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. His first reaction will probably be to get irritated, speak sharply, or lay down strict rules, which can heighten tensions instead of easing them. He may blame you for your family's actions or insist that you fix the problem, putting more pressure on you.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern and open minded when it's just the two of you, but will expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He believes in keeping up appearances and wants his family and others to see everything as proper and in order. This double standard can feel confusing and exhausting, making you feel you have to switch roles just to keep him and his family happy.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He values keeping order and sticking to family rules, so he may expect you to adjust and not make waves. Instead of standing up for you or understanding your feelings, he might tell you to just let it go or remind you to follow their ways.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy. In most conflicts with his mother, you will find that he rarely chooses your side. He respects authority and family traditions, especially those set by his mother, and doesn't want to upset the usual way things are done. Even if you are right or hurt, he may ask you to adjust, keep quiet, or understand his mother's point of view.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share many details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He sees family as the place where issues should be discussed and solved, even if it means sharing things you'd rather keep between just the two of you. This can feel like a big breach of trust because it means your private moments aren't truly private.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Day in and day out, being in a relationship with this man can feel heavy and demanding. You'll find yourself always trying to meet his standards and follow his rules with little space for your own wishes or feelings.